What's up guys, welcome to PHENOMSOUND. In today's Serum tutorial we are going to take a look at how to synthesize this cool crispy bass that's gonna fit best to your melodic or jump up drum and bass. And here's the demo that I've cooked for you today. If you like this project, you can grab it on my Patreon page, as well as all of the Serum presets and samples from it. Also, I have two Serum preset packs available in my Patreon shop. The one is called Cyber Jedi and it's available with a 30% discount. And the second one is called the Alchemy and it's really crazy, contains a lot of different sounds for different moods and different techniques. Don't forget to hit the join button below to gain access to all of my in-depth mixing and mastering tutorials available for my YouTube members. Those are definitely gonna help you to improve your skills, so make sure to check it out. And here's this bass solo. And let's select the crispiest Serum's factory wavetable called I Can Has Kick from the digital section. Set the octave to -2. Yeah, this one is really crispy. I love this wavetable and we are going to pick the sweet spot of it. I prefer this 223 as a wavetable position. Let's move the random phase all the way down and enable the second one. That's going to be another amazing wavetable that I really like and I'm using most of the times. It's called Hyper from the same digital section. And set the semitone at 7 on this oscillator. So it already sounds quite crispy and harmonic. We just need to shape it up a bit more. And to do this, let's enable the sub, move the octave to -2 and move the level all the way up. Also, we are going to be using the noise oscillator and particularly the ARP white. Move the pitch all the way up and set the level at around 55%. Now let's switch to the fixer step and make the sound a bit wider using the hyper dimension. Set all three controllers at around 9 o'clock. Also, let's use the tube distortion. And now let's find a perfect balance of volumes of both oscillators. So our sub would be the loudest thing in the mix, because currently it sounds quite sharp and too bright. So on the first oscillator I prefer -18 decibel or 35% as a level position, and on the second oscillator -9 decibel or 60%. Now let's transform this second oscillator a bit using the band ± warp mode. I prefer it like this. And let's also use a filter. It's going to be the flanger H6-. Make sure to enable the B oscillators filtering as well as the noise and the sub. And set a cutoff at around 14,500 Hz. And set the drive at 55%. Move the resonance all the way down. And set the pen position of this filter at 75%. Gives a really nice stereo effect. Now let's get back to the fixer step and add a final one, which is going to be the compressor. enable the multiband compression, set a gain at 10.5 decibel, set a high frequency compression at 75, mids at 180, and low frequencies at 140. And finally, let's get to the global tab and automate the master tuning, make it unipolar, and use the first LFO to automate it. I'm setting the amount to 1 and adding the vibrato to the sound, setting the rate to 1/16. Let's also enable the mono and legato modes. Now let's get to the post-processing. We are done on the Serum side, and basically all that we are doing is setting this sound to almost dead mono. It's 85% merged. Then I'm compressing it. Using the OTT, setting the downwards compression at 30, high frequency compression at -3 decibel, mids at -6 decibel, and low frequency compression at around -1. And I'm limiting it using boost from Ursa DSP. And after that, I'm duplicating this sound, moving it to a different insert, which contain a couple of more plugins that make it sound like this. So together they form this kind of bass. So this basically is a high-end layer, which is very wide and very noisy. I'm using the erosion to make it a bit more noisy than it is. It's a free version of the Ableton Live erosion, which is a really cool tool to make things noisy. Then I'm filtering it and adding autopan. In some cases, I prefer this way of widening things because it creates more obvious stereo movement. Things are not static, they are quite active, and if you are making a high energy dynamic mix, you probably want this movement going on the high end. And autopan is handling it just perfectly. I'm setting the rate to really high position, which is 8 Hz, and the depth is set at 50. So without this plugin, it would sound like this. It's wide, but it's static width. Now it's a bit more dynamic and I really like it. It's a really nice way to add some energy to your mix. And that's basically it. Those two sounds are making pretty much the whole thing. In the the second part of the drop, I'm basically adding some more harmonies, using pretty much the same bass that we've just made as a foundation of this harmonic pattern. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, hit like, subscribe to PHENOMSOUND to stay tuned for more videos, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts. I'm really curious to know your opinion on this sound. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!